Hey guys, Temple Storm Hooey here, and today I want to go over attacking point B Numbani as D.Va. Now, usually the way this goes is after you capture first point, usually you stagger a couple spawns. Either you kill them right as you cap, or you kill them and then they will all get forward spawns. So if you happen to stagger any spawns, the first thing you should do with your team is push up. Push up, stagger those spawns, buy as much time as possible. Doesn't matter how you do it, most likely they'll come out the door and they'll keep running through here, or they try to go through the high ground. So contest high ground, meet them up at the street here, help your team out, get those staggers. Now, not all scenarios will you get staggers, and if that's the case, if they all have full respawns and they're regrouped, you don't want to lose your megs. So your job, and usually what I do on D.Va, unless there is a hit scan or something on the high ground, I will sit on cart. D.Va's mobility skill is really, like her matrix is a pretty good range. It's pretty wide, so you can pretty much block from anywhere, at least hit scan damage. And then her mobility skill doesn't require you to be in a certain position for you to like land it or to go somewhere. Like if I'm Winston, I need to like position back here to leap onto that, when I could literally, as D.Va, do like 360s and land here. So you just have more freedom with your mobility, pretty much. So you push the cart, push with it, and then when your team calls a dive, that's when you do your job, which is to zone or kill. You don't have to kill. Killing is like the best case scenario. Contesting / zoning, hit scan, and flex supports will be your number one job as D.Va. So you push the cart, and as your team calls an engage, you look for those hit scans. Usually, the way it works is, as you're pushing the cart through here, the hit scan will be somewhere either top on a high ground in Sigma, or to be playing around, what's this called? Axiom? Yeah, Axiom. Yeah, Axiom. They'll play somewhere back here. And your job as a D.Va is to get on them and make them not deal damage to your team for as long as possible. Tank damage as much as you can. So, pushing cart, call engage, hunt down that soldier, hunt down that hit scan, hunt down that support, and keep zoning their heals and damage. Usually, backline will stay together, so once you find one hit scan, you'll find the support there, usually the flex support, which is Ana or Zenyatta, and you can usually zone both at the same time. So, push card up a little bit, yada yada, and yeah. It might be a little bit more complicated. Well, it's not complicated. If there is no hit scan in the zone, let's say there's no soldier, you can zone Zenyatta if you want. It's not like zoning Zenyatta isn't important. Partly if they don't have a soldier for you to zone, your best bet would honestly be camping cart and just killing. Like if they have a dive without a soldier, like just 2-2-2, your best bet is to camp cart and kill their tanks, because usually their Winston or their D.Va will start contesting cart here, and you just brawl them out, peel for your backline instead, pretty much. So yeah, and then once you get here, play around the cart, and then after you win the fight here, most likely the cart will get around here and they'll start contesting. Usually the soldier, if they have a hit scan, again, they will come through the high ground. There's two main spots they'll come through. They'll come through late through main, or they will wrap around through stairs and come high ground. So you could already be set up here, or you can just be right on cart, and the moment they start pushing in, start heading up the high ground and start zoning that soldier. Same thing, if they are fighting and the soldier comes out late, just shift through, start matrixing soldier. If they start all going on you, that's fine, but you have to make sure your team is capitalizing on that. You don't want to go on the soldier, get baited, they waste all their shit on you, and then your team doesn't do anything on that. So if they use a lot of stuff on you, be sure to call that out. And if you're running on a matrix, you're getting demeched, make sure you take care of that and communicate it with your team. Yeah, and then that's pretty much it. That's how you approach this point. This point, it's like very snowbally for offense. Like once you win one fight here, you pretty much automatically can just set up for what's to come. Now ways like it's pretty straightforward too. Like there's not much room for defense to work through, so there's not really any like ideal positions you can really take to like minimize damage. Like it's like if they're playing over here, you just shift up here, and there's nothing to damage you. You just come up here and do that. If they're playing like, okay, alright, I guess there's one thing you can do, right? So if the cart, let's say they win and they hold like the cart here, soldiers set up on the high ground on catwalk, and you guys have to do another push. Pushing through Axiom is a good thing to do with D.Va, or just Winston too. You LOS them pretty hard, and then when the fight starts, you just shift straight up into them. And that's about it, really. I guess there's Axiom, and then you can come through the back end or forward spawn. Back end of Sigma, forward spawn. You can wrap around here, and then shift straight up onto the high ground. Other than that, usually this point is pretty offense favored, and once you win one fight, the defense spawns are so far back, you'll just be able to set up for free, and you just have to know where they're going to come from and what your job is. So yeah, that's about it, really. And then there's D.Va bombs. This is pretty straightforward, honestly. Like a good D.Va bomb spot is this. This is good because it covers this entire street, and it goes far back enough to cover this entire checkpoint.
Suiting up.
Once you reach this area, you can literally just lob it straight up into the air, time it so it hits the high ground and the cart, so you can zone the entire high ground and kill everyone on cart. And then I guess there's another sneaky bomb spot you could do. Well, there's two actually. You can come back here, shift Q, and then another sneaky spot that no one really uses is you can come back here and do something like do a little twist and turn and throw it behind them. This is not as reliable because usually if they notice that, they're just going to run forward. So this is really sneaky, and you can catch people off guard, but you shouldn't do it that much. And then if you want to stagger spawns, like you know they're coming in and you have pure, like you just have all the position in the world, you can just throw it down into cave 2. If you know they're looking to contest and they're not on the point yet, you can just throw it into them and screw up their push. Most likely you'll win the point that way.
All systems checked out.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for attacking point B and Numbani. It's a pretty straightforward point. It's all linear, nothing really hard. Lots of LOS for you to be used so you don't take as much damage trying to engage. And yeah, you just get on the high ground, zone that hit scan, zone that flex support, and you'll be fine. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to check out the channel for more content like this, and see you in the next video.